earlier maybe in semi abeto the HSA some allegations HSA nkofo bi wo wa ye beji wo dipre afri omunsem allegedly na HSA IGP Dampare and HSA ono nso niti de ekeka na se ebe na say dia na HSA obekum na order traffic that HSA so we starting some enioma bi ase ebema Mahama maintaining na even kwa pole a dead case in nachese wakotena na abusianfie na chese umiamia na niasi so na some way na chese Ghana for be HSA said adi way na chese wa start a war ye odwen say ebema John Mahama amaintaining dia any HSA unforgetting esan say ade ne die ye beyiwa ye beyi in found any day obey and found so better pagana ho and found so be trigana ho be dane Ghana pro amana ye shin say man so say be yiwa ye be you nti e man e hana ho enkomiemie na ni ase ensusu any ade san say won so ana ye so some way and I just say ya fellas for su kwachi about monte so edimunchemu abegu monte so coming home na you put here in maybe.
What is the view about Dampare?
Well, I don't have any personal views about him. As I speak, I don't know of evidence of specific wrongdoing against him. He does not need to have done wrong for him to be changed. You understand the point I'm making? So if he is changed, it's not because he's done some wrong. It is just that the president may think that a new direction is needed at the police headquarters, or the direction is needed in the leadership of the police service. That would.
Can we say same for the Chief Justice?
Again, the Chief Justice is not at the beck and call of the president. She's the head, I beg your pardon, of an independent institution.
No, I'm talking about the view towards him. I'm not talking about whether she can be removed.
We have our own views. I have my own views on that. And indeed, Bernard, I'm sure you followed me. I've also been very critical of the judiciary. I don't think that they were fair to the NDC. To be honest, and I don't think they've been fair to the NDC for 32 years.
So even whilst you were in power in the previous...
Yes, I mean, you recall the Rollins era. The government of the day lost just about every case that went to court. You recall the famous case about June 4th and 31st December, the GBC case, and not the one that J.H. Mensah took to court in terms of whether ministers should be vetted again once they've been appointed ministers previously or not. We lost all those cases. Under the MPP, I would say, I'm a member of the executive, I'm a member of the Parliament, and I have not hidden my dissatisfaction about the way that the judiciary has performed in this country. Look, they were manifestly unfair. It was possible for Afenyo Markins to file a case in court and have it slated to be heard within 12 hours. Yet, the minority has filed a case against the passage of the levy, which has been pending for 3 years. By the stroke of a pen...
The minority at the time?
Yes, the minority at the time. By the stroke of a pen, Godfrey Dami was able to change a judge sitting on the case. And yet, Opuni tried everything under the sun, and the same judge was maintained. It was possible for a judge who held Kenny Japan in contempt to be changed because it was said that the contempt was committed against him. Yet, the people against whom contempt was supposed to have been done, the Muntie 3 case, were sitting on the same case. So the inconsistency, the unfairness, the imbalance is manifest. That is a position that I hold to this day, and I've said this over and over and over again. One of the things that we need to do is that we need to insist that there's fairness, there's balance. Because of historical reasons, I think that there's a certain antipathy towards the NDC. It has a historical basis. But justice ought not to be done on the basis of perception of political parties.
It doesn't really have to offend John Dramani Mahama and Sana Yinefriho. And even as he speaks, they don't really have an evidence such as say why Bonibi and answer why BB was say Yeshasuni Yina is basically maybe the president feels that we need a new head to spearhead the whole Ghana police service. It's not about Nemfum Subia Waye and answer BB. So at the end of the day, a man for our more IGP case so then say be our say fellows of Fusuka says some motis as IGP among who say and your body be no but at the end of the day Ubia any mission any vision and we have people that work together to fulfill a particular mission. Maybe a IGP ntimi mboa Mahama mission in the vision. Tinipo obetimi aboa no and I don't know ebeba. Nana, this is what Felix Ofosu-Kwakye is saying about IGP. You can bear with me, say you need a lot of calls of people saying say the man must go. The man must go. But Felix Ofosu-Kwakye is saying say even if he's going and you say biawaye boni bi, but they just need a new head or something.
Yeah. So, in regards with what you are saying, is definitely true. Personally, I believe say IGP Dampare, it's time for him to go. Young kind of immediately after the December 7th elections and after Mahama swearing in, one of the things you realize is that IGP Dampare, he is not able to execute his duties well. There's been a lot of cases at Akoswa as IGP Dampare also said will taking action. I shared your course or boase. I shared say in Sambia El Coco so ya ubuni storming offices of GRE, ya storming offices of National Youth Employment. These things also, and clearly IGP as also be taking action. Why? Because it is the National Democratic Congress, and he's doing so to me because he desperately wants to protect his position. So now we are happy say Felix Ofosu-Kwakye say that way IGP can live on a good foot. But see say may I sympathize with the National Democratic Congress because I don't want to be too extreme or hostile towards the NDC and the supporters. What will happen at the end of the day is that you also dent the beautiful left legacy you are leaving behind. So personally, Niama be so I expect a sanke bechi I expect to say the storming offices all of these I'll say prosecuting for, but the president and Kasa and IGP Dampare on Kasa. So personally, I'm of the view say he has to go because Kamia Koye say Usrobi any who be as a odon sack or war a yebu some now one shot so that's exactly what is really going on. That's why this January, this February, we are not seeing the effectiveness of Dampare so much. Ya catching and say to me, I remember Sir John Jamani Mama, I didn't see idea so no. The taxi IGP say on shot Siena on starting investigating a year 2024 any 2020 election cases are amount for FS strong. I know said that is a big year or not as a setting committee are investigating, but you can't crepa. I'm not seeing much of Dampare, and I think it's time for him to bow out.
So do we say it's high time public officials appointed by a specific government or what you say when your government is over, would you man say you're over? I think that when we get that notion, boy.
Clearly, because okay, say Felix and Felix say if IGP Dampare is sacked, it's because we think that the whole thing and as the country and as the administration or Ghana needs a new direction in terms of the policing and also how the police service should go in the country. So that is said. But then to me, if I were in IGP shoes, a brought 2024 elections end the year, the Mahama see so pay and I'm a contract end the year. Say menya DBA Bonia, I was say Misrua. I'll just put my DBA petrol near for BNC because you see I know but I say ye dear Jano. He's not happy. As I say, I could find an Cortiso and can fine, but he's not happy. I know saying this for Becca so IGP Dampare, he stood well against MPP's alleged plot and non-person more twisted elections near their day, not stealing the less, but I said they wanted security to be tight on the forefront of the NDC and not on the MPP. That's why I did but he's done that, but still now they are because Nipa no appointed no with fear. So as you are saying, immediately the contract ended. Akufo-Addo appointment head or Cornedia, I was a appointee Udine regardless of what you've done on the job or not.
Okay. I think say with time no, you better say obi fa wajumem na nipa no ne time si no kwa nso bo homodi ne di n'echi because otina ho no nipa foforo no oba no unim ne vision unim ne mission unim ne target unim nkofo person onye omo ye adwuma. If you leave and the person wants you back, I think say e bia nipa no betimi afa oba